My name's Christine Broad. I'm the rector of Woodchurch, and I'd like to share with you a reflection for Palm Sunday from Matthew 21 verses 1 to 11. Well, I don't know about you, but I've been looking forward to Palm Sunday for ages. The thing is, we were going to have a donkey. A real live donkey was going to come to lead our procession with palms from the church hall to the church. The donkey had been booked. I was really excited. And then came the shock of coronavirus and the lockdown, and the donkey had to be cancelled. Just one disappointment amongst many at the present time, and in the whole scheme of things, most certainly not the most distressing thing that's happening in the world at the present time, but it was still sad. Life is taking us at the moment on an unpredictable journey, and we may well be entering this Holy Week 2020 with more uncertainty than we've ever begun the journey through Holy Week to Maundy Thursday and Good Friday before. I'm pretty sure, looking at this morning's Bible readings, that Jesus' disciples entered Jerusalem all those years ago behind Jesus riding on a donkey in a very uncertain way about what the week ahead held for them. Everything looks very rosy in today's reading from Matthew's Gospel. Jesus is hailed as King and the crowd shout with confidence, "Hosanna, save now." But I wonder if any amongst the disciples remembered Jesus' words spoken on the way to Jerusalem. "See, we're going to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be handed over to the Gentiles to be mocked and flogged and crucified." Jesus had told them that things were going to get rough for him, and they did. It was only a matter of days before the crowd which had cried Hosanna was shouting for Jesus' death. The disciples would scatter. Peter would famously deny 3 times that he knew Jesus at all, a story so shaming to the great hero of the early church, Peter, that it simply must have been true, it must have happened. Horror, terror and confusion would reign, but only for a short time. In the same sentence in which Jesus told his disciples of his forthcoming passion, Jesus also shared his forthcoming victory, because Jesus said, "The Son of Man will be handed over to the Gentiles to be mocked and flogged and crucified, and on the 3rd day he will be raised." As they made their way through a week of uncertainty, did those disciples remember Jesus' promise? As we enter Holy Week, we are challenged to stay close to Jesus, to encounter again the story of his suffering, and remember that suffering is not unknown to our God. As we in our devotions walk with Jesus through Holy Week, Jesus walks with us through a suffering world. And we're challenged as we make our journey through Holy Week to remember and hold fast to Jesus' promise. Easter will come. In the whole scheme of things, in the end, we will not be disappointed. Amen.